song is called 18 Bars. Every team creatively really tries to flex its muscles this time of year to creatively announce their schedule to their fan base. And the Arizona Cardinals turn to Mac Wilson Sr., who's collaborated with Big Head Music Group to create that song, 18 Bars. The song and the music video were both released today at 5 o'clock. They're available on most major music platforms, including Apple Music, Spotify, in addition to all the Cardinals' digital channels, YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook. He is entering his 7th NFL season, his second with the Cardinals. He's very active in the music scene. He performs under the name Rocket Ship, and I got to admit, that was pretty cool. I'm going to go back and watch the whole video and listen to that. That sounds like it was a lot of fun, a really creative way of doing it.
Have we had any athletes that have kind of got into the music thing in the past? I know we've had athletes that got into the restaurant business, but have we had anybody that's gotten into the music?
Deion Sanders for a while was...
No, but like locally?
Oh, locally. Oh, well, wasn't... Oh, boy. Who was the pitcher with the Diamondbacks? He was in a band. He was
Bronson Arroyo.
Bronson Arroyo, yeah.
Bronson Arroyo.
He had a band. Yeah, he had a band.
Yeah, Bronson Arroyo. Yeah, he was pretty good.
And it was pretty good. They were pretty well known. But like, no. And so, look, this has been in some ways the talk of the league for the last, 24 hours or so. Ian Rappaport kind of teased it on Pat McAfee's show. This morning, Kyle Brandt released a video. Our good friend, Mr. AZ on sports, he got on Twitter. He got a little preview. Wolf and Luke got a little preview of it. Like, the Cardinals been building towards this, and I can't wait. We haven't had time. I can't wait to go watch the video. But just listening to the lyrics, it sounds like a really cool presentation of the schedule. Good. So kudos.
I'm looking at the video right now.
Yeah, right? It's cool, right?
Yeah, he's making the video. You can just see some of the guys. James Conner in the background. It's like you got guys in movie theater seats, kind of just
watching the season. Yeah,
watching
right?
as he's going through it.
I caught
Marvin Harrison Jr. is in it. Pretty good.
Like a 20-second glimpse of it, but I want to watch the whole thing. Mostly, I wanted to listen to it, and it sounds like a really cool way of telling you about who they're playing and what it means to them. So
I see Michael Wilson. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of those guys in there.
Kudos to the Cardinals. Kudos to Mac Wilson. That's really cool. Really cool. All right. So again, I told you where you can find it all. Of course, you can find it at arizonasports.com as well. We got a link to it. So if you want to listen to it, download it, you can. Here's the rapid fire version. At the Saints, home against the Panthers, at San Francisco. Home against Seattle, home against Tennessee, at Indianapolis, home against Green Bay. Then the bye. At Dallas on Monday Night Football, at Seattle, home against the Niners, home against the Jags. At Tampa Bay, home against the Rams, at Houston, home against Atlanta, at Cincinnati, at the Rams to close out the season. Give me your initial takeaways. What do you got?
I think the schedule bodes really well for them. That's my initial takeaway. They don't get the primetime games. What they get? 1?
2. They got the Thursday night game against Seattle and the Monday night game against the Cowboys.
So 2. So that's what we said. We'll settle for 2. Yeah, they had 1 last year. My initial thought is you got to take advantage of all the games before the Packers home game. At New Orleans, home to Carolina, at the 49ers, home to Seattle, home to Tennessee, at the Colts. I look at that stretch right there where you can win some games. I think after that, it gets difficult. The Packers, at the Cowboys, at Seattle. I think the middle is a pretty difficult stretch there. 49ers. So Packers, Dallas, Seattle, 49ers. Jags, Bucks. I think that's the middle's difficult. And I think the end is kind of like a little bit of both. Atlanta is kind of easy. Cincinnati, kind of hard. Rams, I'm not sure. But I think my initial thought is you look at those first 6 games, I think they can get out 5-1. Yeah. I think they can get out 5-1 in those 6.
It's funny. If you're working from home today, I wish I could show you kind of how I had bracketed this. But in a way, I bracketed it almost exactly the same way you did. The first 6 games I look at, and I think there's a real opportunity for the Cardinals to come out of the gate very, very strong. At New Orleans, home against Carolina, at San Francisco, Thursday Night Football against Seattle, home against Tennessee, at Indianapolis. It seems like a real easier, I'm not going to say easy, but an easier way to start the schedule. I'm looking at, I'm like drawing a line after the Jags game 4 of their last 6 games are at Tampa Bay, home against the Rams, and then at Cincinnati, at the Rams in the last 2 games of the season. I told you I was going to look how they finished the schedule.
Yeah.
It's tough. You know, in the middle there's at Houston and home against Atlanta. Okay. But I'm looking at those last 6 games, and 4 of those games, because I believe the Rams are going to be good again. I think with that young defense and Stafford coming back, I think the Rams are probably the favorite in the division. The fact that you don't play the favorite in the division until you do it twice in the last month and a half of the season, and you've also got road games to Cincinnati in the middle of winter and a road game against Tampa Bay. They're very good. The finish is going to be tough, Gambo. It's they make it tough on themselves with how they play these games in November and December. But that schedule, I don't love it at the end, the way it brackets out.
Yeah. That's why you got to start off strong. You have to start off strong, create a little wiggle room.
Yeah, and that's where those 6 games come into play. Again, 2 primetime games. Thursday Night Football at home against the Seattle Seahawks. That's on September 25th. And then at Dallas on Monday, November 3rd, a Monday Night Football game with a reminder, again, that Kyler Murray has never lost a game at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. As a high schooler, as a college player, as a pro player, he's never lost there.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.